Welcome everybody to another episode of What's on the Wall. This is episode number 5. Wow. Okay, let's get started right after this. All right, welcome back everybody. What's on the Wall, episode number 5. I enjoy doing these videos, and I know I don't do them too close together because I don't want to, bore people with stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm trying to say. All right, let's get started with guitar number 1. All right, this right here. This guitar has a great story. This is an Epiphone Les Paul Studio, and it's a 2000 model. And so it's a little dusty. I've had it in a gig bag for many years. All right, and it's got your classic Epiphone tuners, and yeah, man, it still has the barcode thing on the back when I bought it. Now, the story with this guitar, I've talked about guitar stores and stuff, Guitar Center and all other kind of different guitar stores in the past on the channel. And one of them that was touched on briefly was Mars Music. When I grew up in Charlotte, there was a huge music store down there. Of course, it was Mars Music, and they were there for a number of years. And eventually they folded and went under. And then Sam Ash moved into that structure and took it over. But at the time of this right here, it was Mars Music. So I was visiting my parents. I was off work one particular day, and I was in my first marriage, so I was already living in South Carolina. And I came down to Charlotte to help my mom with something. My dad was at work, and I took my mom to drop her off to go do her errands, and I said, she goes, well, meet me and pick me back up in a couple hours, whatever. She said, where are you going to go? I said, I'm going to go to that Mars Music and check them out. So I went there, and as soon as you walked in, they had like the doors that open up, you know, like when you go into a grocery store or something, glass sliding doors, right? Automatic doors. And as soon as you walked in, they had this and 3 more, and they were sitting on these like little podium stands, you know, display podiums, and they had 4 of them. 2 of them had the black humbuckers like this, and the other 2 just had the silver covers. And I just didn't care for the silver covers on this color. I don't know. It was just when I first, you know, looked at it, I said, I like just to see the bare pickups. And I looked at the price, and it was like $299. I thought, man, that's a great price. And so I walked around the store for a while, and I went ahead and left, went back and got my mother, and we went to a restaurant. My father, when he got off work, he met us up there, and we were sitting there waiting for the food to come to the table. And Dad looked at me and said, so what did you do today? And I told him, you know, I said, I went to this store called Mars Music, and I saw this Epiphone Les Paul. Now, of course, you might as well have been speaking Chinese. My dad, when you say Epiphone Les Paul, he's like, I don't know what that is. But, you know, he knew it was a guitar, but he didn't know, you know. So he said, well, when we get finished eating, maybe we'll go check it out. And I was like, what? You know, because that just really never happened. You know, my dad, he was pretty frugal. You know, he wasn't real tight with money, but you know, he was a lot better with it than I am, even to this day. We left. We went to the music store, Mars Music, and when we walked in, there was only 2 of these left. So within just a matter of, you know, 2 or 3 hours, they had sold 2, and there was 2 left. One, of course, this one, and the other had the silver pickup covers. And I immediately went to this and I grabbed it. And I said, this is it right here, Dad, this is it. And I didn't let go of it. You know, we walk around the store, I still had it, you know. And I bet the people working there are going, What's he doing, man? And this was a big place too, man. This Mars Music, the store was huge. It was nothing like the Guitar Center down here. The Guitar Center down here is really small. If you haven't seen any of my videos of the local Guitar Center here, go back on this channel and check it out. And, you know, you can probably understand what I'm saying. But so I held on to the guitar, and we were walking around looking at different things. And my mom said, well, you need a strap. She said, I'll go try to find a strap. Now, this color, I couldn't tell you the proper name. I don't know if that's seafoam green or turquoise, or I don't know. But she found this strap, and it's got like these, I don't know if they're iguanas or lizards or whatever, but it matches. You know, she said, that's the closest thing I could find to match the color of the guitar. And I was like, wow, that's perfect, you know. It's got like a little padded thing up here, so, you know, and it kind of slides back and forth. So my mom picked out the strap, and this strap will forever stay with this guitar. I did have it off for a short while. I don't know why. I had it over there in the drawer, and I had to dig it out. I found it, put it back on here, and I said, man, don't ever take that strap off here again, because it's just... And the guitar plays really good, man. I mean, yeah, it's an Epiphone, and, you know, you can go back and forth with that stuff all day. I don't care, man. You know, people could say what they want, you know. It's a great playing guitar. I love that it doesn't have a big, the neck heel, whatever you call it. There's not a big one there. You can access up here really easy, and it's not like on a regular, as you'll see on the regular other Epiphone style guitar. I mean, Les Paul style guitars, you got that big neck heel or whatever, and it's like hitting a big old speed bump. You know, that's why I don't play the Les Pauls that much, because of that reason. But this here is really smooth, just going up when you get to the high register. You ain't got to worry about that big speed bump. It just could go right up there, you know. And it plays great. I've never changed anything on this guitar. And I've had it, you know, for 24 years now, and I'll never get rid of it. Yeah, it's Epiphone. Doesn't matter. My father bought me this guitar, and, you know, he passed. He passed in 2020. And so I'll never get rid of this guitar. So this guitar has a huge amount of sentimental value to me. So that's guitar number one, and that's the story behind this guitar. Let's move on to guitar number two. What is understood doesn't need to be discussed, as Sammy Hagar said. This is a Zakk Wylde Epiphone. This is a Les Paul Custom, and what a gorgeous guitar. These are no longer in production. Of course, as you know, Zakk Wylde has went on line of guitars, Wylde Audio and all these other things. This guitar is phenomenal. Of course, it's got It's got the speed bump right there. You know, it's kind of what I was just talking about before. But I've always loved these guitars. This is a 2006. Got the Grover tuners on the back. It's got the Zakk Wylde imprint, you know, his silhouette rather. Fantastic. Now, this guitar has the upgraded switch plate right there. I don't know if you can see that or not. That's been upgraded, whoever had it last. It's got upgraded EMGs. Usually they would come with EMG HZH or HG. I can't remember. HZ8, whatever. And these are upgraded, I think, to the I forget what the guy said, man, but they are upgraded, and you can tell when you play it. As you can see now, I'm not a real tech savvy person when it comes to what the pickup is and this and that and all that. Hey, man, I just want to know, does it sound good? Does it play good? That's all that matters to me. But so the story with this guitar is I found it on Reverb because I had this model before and had it for a long time, and I never played it, and I ended up getting rid of it. And of course, as you know, when you get rid of a certain guitar, you start having seller's remorse, I guess. And I was like, man, I'd like to have that guitar back, because it's not only did it play good, it's just when you look at it, it's just awesome. I mean, Zakk Wylde, man. I mean, God Almighty. I mean, it's so I started looking on Reverb, and some of the prices that people put on there are just outrageous. And I finally come across this one, and it was in excellent shape. And of course, I looked at it for a couple of days, but no longer than that, because I was like, it's gonna be gone, man, if you don't hurry up, you know. So I bought it. Now it worried me because when I received it, I think two of the knobs were off in the case, and the selector switch tip that you screw on, that was in the case. And I was like, what in the hell happened during the shipping process? You know, what was it thrown around that bad? So I thought maybe stuff was broke, but it wasn't. I just put the stuff back and it was fine, thank God. So this guitar has some weight to it, I can tell you that. It's just an amazing guitar. So this was a Reverb purchase, and it wasn't that long ago when I got it. I've had it, man, I don't even know if I've had it a year yet. It's been quite some time, but this is a great guitar, man. The Zakk Wylde Epiphone Signature Series. It's or Artist Series, I'm sorry. And it's phenomenal. It's great. It's hard for me to hit the high registers up here because of that speed bump, like I say. But all in all, it's still a great guitar, and I still like to play it, you know. And I just love the design on the front, and it just looks good. The colors look great. Kind of has that kind of look like it's kind of the paint job's been on there for a long time. You know what I mean? Kind of faded, kind of sort of, I guess. But anyway, that's the story with this guitar. I love this guitar, man, and I'm glad I was able to get it back, because these are getting harder and harder to find. And I did try to play one of his Wylde Audio, or is it just Wylde guitars at Guitar Center. And my son and I were at Guitar Center that particular day, and they had one hanging up on the used wall. And my son, he knows I don't like real chunky necks, and he had played one before, so we got there and he said, "Hey, Dave, let me go look. There's a Wylde Audio guitar. Let me go get it." And it was like the I don't know what you call it. It had like the 4 points on it or something, kind of like a dime bag model, you know, I guess. He brought that thing over there, and as soon as I put my hand on it, I was like, nope. And it was heavy as hell. This thing's getting heavy too. But I love that guitar, man. That's an amazing guitar. But yeah, that Wylde Audio guitar at Guitar Center, I held it like this and had my hand around the neck. I said, nope, put it back. I didn't even plug it up because I can't stand guitars like that, man. Let's move on to guitar number 3. Man, this guitar is heavy too. All right, you can see a similar theme here as we move along. This is an Les Paul style guitar. It's heavy, just like the Zakk Wylde model, which is actually a good sign because this guitar, and I would say the name wrong for weeks until I really paid attention. It's a Leo James model, all right? I kept saying Leo Jams. Yeah, it's a Leo James. And what is this called? Single cut deluxe. Okay, so because as you know, they can't put the logo up here like the Epiphones and stuff like that. They can't do that because of copyright stuff and everything else. But the thing that got me, the thing that always gets me with guitars, is the color. And when I saw this, I saw the American flag paint job on there, I knew I had to have it. Very patriotic. It just looks awesome. And a friend of mine had one of these guitars. Dave Stafford, brother Dave, he had one, and he told me how awesome they were. And of course, I was hook, line, and sinker. And I looked them up on Amazon, and I got this guitar for under $200. For under $200. And this thing is just as good as an Epiphone. I mean, it is just as good. It plays fine. The pickups are just fine. I was like, oh my God. So they have their own, Leo James tuners. Nothing spectacular, but they are good tuners. They're good quality tuners. I mean, they're not loose. They don't feel cheap. But this guitar is great. So I got this from Amazon, and I was really shocked, to say the least, at the quality. I was like, how are they making any money with these guitars? And the finish is great. The contour is really nice. I love the lacquer, whatever you call it, the coating. It's amazing. The binding is nice. You got binding on the neck as well, and it is a fantastic guitar, man. So if you want an Epiphone leveled guitar, but without paying an Epiphone price, here you go. I'm telling you, I'm not lying to you. It's the exact same quality as an Epiphone, in my opinion. I found this strap on Amazon as well to match it. Now, it's not the locking strap, just a regular strap. And the strap is fine, but the ends, the leather ends, they do feel cheap. And I was worried about, man, when I play it, you ever had a strap come off while you're playing? You just, because it's wore out up here. And so usually you can put locking, these little tabs, these things, this didn't seem to work for me that great. But you can supposedly put these on, put them on over that, and it's supposed to keep the strap from coming off. I guess I could try it. I don't know. Like this right here. See how I put that on there? There we go. So that's what those are for. And it's supposed to keep your strap from popping off the strap hook. These work pretty good right here. I tried these on another strap or another guitar, and they didn't want to stay too well. So I don't know. Anyway, so now that's on there securely. So, but the strap just makes it, I think it matches really well. So the Leo James guitar, Amazon, under $200. Check it out, man, if you want one. I'm telling you, you'll be pleasantly surprised. I was. Let's move on to the final guitar here, number 4. All right, guitar number 4. This is a Epiphone SG. Just plain Jane Epiphone SG. This is a 2021 model. You got just your standard. I had to take a closer look. These are Epiphone Deluxe tuners. Whatever that means, I don't know. But, so the story with it, and look, I still have the plastic on the pick guard. I haven't even taken the plastic off. You can see where I'm playing. And it's just, I never was a big fan of SGs, especially your traditional candy apple red. And now I do like an SG. I saw Hendrix play once on some footage where he's playing a triple pickup SG, and I thought that was cool. But that traditional candy apple red, to me, it just never appealed to my eyes. So, and I never have owned an SG. All right. So again, when I picked a couple of different SGs up at the store and went to play them, the neck was too chunky for me. So since I've never owned an SG, I looked these up. It was on, I think it was AMS. Yeah, AMS, American Musical Supply. And I typed in Epiphone SGs, and this came up. And the thing that got me was the color. Now, I'm not quite sure on the proper title. I don't know if it's called cobalt blue or I couldn't tell you. But the color is what caught my eye. And that's always the first thing that catches my eye, like I said before, with a guitar is the color. If the color is cool, then that pretty much opens the door to go further. It's like, I think I might buy this, you know, then I'll pick it up. And you gotta, you know, you gotta play it and see how it feels. So I took a big gamble. I went ahead and ordered this from AMS. It got here. I ordered a case because it didn't come with a case. Ordered a SG case. And I got it, and I was shocked at how slim the neck was and how comfortable it was. I was like, oh my God, I was not expecting that at all. So this guitar, I don't know, man. It was around, don't quote me on this, it's around $400 or $500, I think. It wasn't bad. So the pickups are just the stock pickups. They're not real hot pickups, but SGs they're not known for high gain pickups anyway. So this guitar plays really good. I was really, really shocked at how well this played. And so that's the story of this. Like I said, I've had it for maybe 3 years now, and you can tell I haven't played it much at all. Just, I think I played it the other day, and that's maybe the fourth time I played the guitar, you know, because I'm a Floyd Rose guy, man. I love doing my acrobatics on the Floyd, but this is a fantastic guitar. So if you want an SG and you don't mind having an Epiphone, I've got quite a few Epiphone guitars, folks, and they play just as well as Gibsons. All right, God Almighty, that's going to bring the dang people out. They're going to come out, what? How dare you? You know, but hey, man, it's my opinion. I mean, it's a guitar, you know. Yeah, you might have some better components and stuff on that, but come on, man. At the end of the day, this is going to play just as well as the other. All right. Be right back. So there you go, folks. What's on the Wall, episode number 5. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We have the Epiphone Les Paul Studio right there that I talked about in the beginning. And then, of course, the Zakk Wylde Bullseye model. Fantastic guitar there. The Leo James American Flag Single Cut Deluxe, as they call it. Amazon, under $200. And the Epiphone SG Cobalt Blue, or whatever that is. Hope you enjoyed this episode. I had fun doing this. Great guitars, great stories. Tune in next time for another episode of What's on the Wall. My name's Joe. You're watching the Joe Wentz Project TV. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video and you like this content, please give us a thumbs up. Leave a comment if you can. It helps the channel, helps it get into the algorithm, and that's what we're trying to do here. Don't forget to tune in to What's on the Wall. Yeah, this is What's on the Wall. Don't forget to tune in to Talking Guitars and More. We do that every other Saturday, and we just had an episode a couple days ago. It was fantastic. The panel's on there. We talk about guitars. We play. So the whole format of that show is the first hour, we talk guitars, talk gear, if anybody's got new gear or whatever. And then the next hour, we play. So, and it's a 2-hour show. So we have a lot of fun doing that. Have a lot of fun with the panel, a lot of laughs, a lot of good times. So if you want something like that, man, to put a smile on your face and check out some cool music, please come check out that show, Talking Guitars and More. All right, this is the Joe Wentz Project TV. My name is Joe. I'm signing off. Thank you very much, folks. God bless. Have a great day and keep rocking. Bye-bye.